everyone, it's Kathy Rose Creation. I'm back. I know, I haven't done videos in so long, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I was distracted by other things in my life. Okay, this video is kind of a combination of something I've already done and a new take on it. So, without further ado, now there are dozens of videos out there on making little notebooks. Here's an example of some, and you make them out of empty toilet paper tubes, or you can cut down paper towel tubes, and then you use hair ties from the dollar store, and you put those together. Oops, I have fumble fingers here. Put those together and cut paper to fit, and then you have a notebook with a little closure on it. Okay? I have bunches. This is nothing. I had just given away a whole lot of them on Mother's Day. Okay, I have a bunch here that I need to my brain is dead. I need to finish them up. I need to put the paper in there. Now these here are what I use on the outside, and the inside are used coffee filters. And I put them on with gloss Mod. Well, actually I start out with matte Mod Podge, and then I do gloss, and I do like 3 or 4 coats of it. And I kind of bunch them up so that they're wrinkly, but it gives a nice effect. And if you they'll kind of keep them flexible, and some of them just actually feel like leather. One gal I gave them to, she thought these were made out of duct tape. So that's those. Now, some time back, I got talked into this coloring book thing. Oh wait, before I go down that road, to make them, if you haven't already seen them, if you're a newbie, take your toilet paper roll, cut it down one side, and then what I do, and I got this hint from somebody else on YouTube, the first few I made, I didn't do this, and I find that this is a really good idea. I wrap masking tape around it twice actually, and then on the inside of the roll, you can do a number of things. You can paint it, you can put paper in there. I mean, it's whatever you think you might like to do. Like this one is painted. The used coffee filters one, I usually cover the inside with the coffee filters also, so you can kind of see there. Oh, that one's some book pages too on top of them. Book pages are a really good source to cover on the inside. This one I'm just using a little bit of scrapbook paper, and it's still kind of wet. I just glued it down. I just kind of wanted to show you how we get started on it. Now, you know the coloring book craze. Everybody I knew was doing coloring books, and I was like, I'm not going to do them, I'm not going to do them. Well, I did them. But I thought, well, what am I going to do with these beautiful color pictures in here? Because I don't want to frame them and hang them, because truthfully, I'm running out of space on my walls. So, mine were flowers and animals, okay? And, I mean, I painted them with gel pens, and, I mean, the colors are gorgeous, okay? And the shapes and everything are wonderful. So I had all these pages. I ripped them out of the book, all right? Then I sat down watching TV, and I cut them out. I didn't cut the shape exactly like the flower or the critter or whatever. I kind of cut them maybe where the lines were going, and sometimes just wherever I decided to cut them. And I have like this little box of different shapes, okay? Now, what I've done then, I use tacky glue to put them down, only because it really dries fast and it adheres very quickly, rather than Elmer's glue or any other white glue. So, I mean, it's your choice. If you have some other glue that works, hey, have at it. So these are what I did, and I'm so happy with them. Now, this is one of the toilet paper roll books. As you can see, I covered this with all different colorful pieces of these coloring books. It's amazing when you start laying them down and just, you know, putting them, you know, put them in any old form, whatever pleases you, and cut some paper. Now this one I painted the inside. Did I put, maybe I put some paper, yeah, I put some paper on there first and then I painted. And then I used my hair ties, but it made a beautiful little book. Now, I also had a couple little books that were, they came with Post-it notes and little flags, you know, those adhesive flags. So I ripped those all out and kept them, but I didn't, I wanted the little book. Okay, so I took the little book. Now, in this case, I put paper in, or scrapbook paper, and kind of stenciled on it. And there's the paper. And these are thicker. And again, hair ties. Aren't these amazing? I mean, if I do say so myself. I just love them. This one had an interesting mandala design in the coloring book, so I made those focal points. And let's see, did I show you this one? Oh, this one's a little bit bigger, but it was the same concept. It was a book that had something else. I think they were all Post-it notes, if I remember correctly. And I put scrapbook paper. Well, I kind of cut it a little close, so I used washi tape to trim it on the inside and everything. Now, to get them to look and adhere, stay nice, what you need to do is once you glue them down, let them dry thoroughly, okay? And then put about, I used 3 or 4 coats of Mod Podge, and you let it dry between each coat, okay? And in some cases, as soon as those are all dry, I may use a liquid gloss varnish, like Liquitex, or I have a spray varnish also. And this varnish, this is Krylon, and you can get this at Walmart or, you know, someplace, Target, someplace like that. And that's the last coat I put on here. And then it gives it a really nice glossy finish. And it feels like, you know, a real book. I mean, you know, a book that you would buy at the store. But I give these away to everybody. I usually carry 1 or 2 in my purse or in my car to give to people. And they're always thrilled, especially kids. I had a yard sale recently, and I gave a whole potload full of these things to kids. But that's my little craft idea for the day. And again, it's a use for your coloring books. If you don't want to just keep them, it gives you something useful. And as far as the paper goes, just use any old paper. And measure it and cut it and then put it in here. Now, you may have to cut it 2 or 3 times, and I use a box cutter on a cutting pad to cut the paper for these, because once you put it in here and you bend it over, it gets bigger. It kind of sticks out. And again, it's folded, and when the paper runs out, you can add more or less, or how many you want. This one, you know, it's just enough pages. And if you're a kid, hold your ears. But I call these my can't remember shit books. I carry one in my purse, and no matter what somebody will say something, or I need to remember to do something, and if I don't put it in my phone right away, I will write it down these little books. I carry little lists, like things I want to buy at Michael's, or things I need to, or the name of a certain, food for my plants, or the size of my inkjet cartridges, because I always forget. But I've always got them in my little books that I carry in my purse, and they are so handy. So again, that's my easy craft, great for kids. I mean, it's very, very simple. Be great for Girl Scouts or Campfire Girls or a church group to get together and make these. And I mean, they're just so easy. Adult supervision with the box cutters, though. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't been on lately. Like I said, my life got complicated. I've had some health issues. Not bad. Not bad. And I got stuff going on. And I'm lazy. I've been doing craft work, but I haven't been recording. So anyway, that's that. And thank you. Everybody be nice to each other. We really need it right now. Peace.